What's up, guys? I'm Rasim from RasimTech.com, and this is another tutorial in assembly programming. Now in this class I'm going to show you guys how to use the divide or DIV instruction. So let's get started. Let's open up WordPad here. Now this is the syntax of a divide instruction here, or DIV instruction. Now the first version here, we type in DIV, we hit space, we type in a 8-bit register or 8-bit memory location. Our second version, again, we type in DIV, we hit space, we type in either a 16-bit register or a 16-bit memory location. Now our third version here, we type in DIV, we hit space, and we type in either a 32-bit register or a 32-bit memory location. So down here, our dividend is AX, right? Now we're going to store the number that we want to divide into, right? So AX is going to store the number that we're going to divide into. Now our divisor can either be a 8-bit register or 8-bit memory location. So what happens is we store the number that we want to divide into AX, right? Now our divisor is going to be either a register or a memory location that's 8-bit. We're going to store a number that we want to divide from. Let's say we want to divide 2 by 100, right? We would store 100 into AX. AX is our dividend here. Then we would store into, let's say, BL, because BL would be our 8-bit divisor. We would store into BL2. So when we use the divide instruction, it'll divide the 2, right? The quotient would be stored in AL, and the remainder would be stored in AH. So I'll show you how that works right now. Let's open up MU8086 here. So now the first thing we're going to need to do here is move around some values. So let's move into AX, because remember AX here is our dividend, right? So we can move into AX. So let's say 0080H, right? We're going to move into AX 80H, right? So this is our dividend here. All right, so now we need a divisor. So let's hit enter here and let's move into BL, because BL is a 8-bit register, and we're going to move into BL a value we want to divide to. So let's say 2, because I want to divide 2 into 80, or I want to divide 80 by 2 basically. So we have our value here, 80, which is into AX. AX is our dividend. Now we moved 2 into BL, and BL is our divisor. So now we need our divide instruction. To start the divide instruction, we type in DIV, we hit space, and now we're going to type in our divisor, which is BL. So once I hit emulate here, our first line of code here is highlighted. Let's just move this over here so you can see better. Our first line of code here is highlighted. Move into AX80H. Once I hit single step here, X should have a value of 80H. So let's hit single step. Now, as you can see, AX here has a value of 80H. This is the whole AX register, consists of AH and AL, right? So now our second line of code here is highlighted. Move into BL. BL is our divisor, 2, right? So once I hit single step, BL should have 2. As you can see here, BL has a value of 2. Now our final code is highlighted. This is the divide instruction, DIV, and we're dividing our divisor, which is BL, right? So I'm going to hit single step. And as you can see, AL, remember, AL here has a value of 40. And as you can see from over here, AL here is our quotient that stores our number, and AH stores our remainder. So AL is our quotient. AL has a value of 40. So 80 divided by 2 is 40, and it has no remainder. AH would have our remainder, and it has a remainder of 0. So 80 divided by 2 is 40 here. So let's try our second version. I'm going to close this here. Now let's open up the notepad again. Let's just minimize this here. So now our second version here, we stored the value of our dividend into DX and AX together, right? So I'll show you how that works right now. Let's open up MU8086 and let's delete this here. All right, so now we're going to move around some values. Now we're going to move into DX, the value of 0H, right? So I move into DX 0H because DX is our first part of our dividend. Now we're going to move into AX, a value, right? Let's move into AX. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Let's say, again, 80H, right? And now we need a divisor. In this case, the divisor has to either be a 16-bit register or a 16-bit memory location. So I'm going to use BX this time. So we're going to move into BX. Let's say 2, the value of 2. Now we're going to use the divide instruction. So we're going to type in DIV. And our divisor is BX. So we're going to type in BX. Now let's hit emulate here. Let's see what happens. Now over here, let's just move this over. Over here, our first line of code is highlighted, move into dx, the value of 0h. So I'm going to hit single step. Now dx here has a value of 0, right? That's the first part of our dividend, right? So now our second line of code here is highlighted, move into ax 80h, right? So once I hit single step, ax should have a value of 80h. When I hit single step, now ax has a value of 80h. So now our third line of code here is highlighted, move into bx. Bx is our divisor. Remember that, the value of 2. Once I hit single step, bx should have a value of 2, and bx has a value of 2 now. So our final code is highlighted, the divide instruction, and we're dividing our divisor bx, and bx, remember, is a 16-bit register. So I'm going to hit single step here. And now, as you can see, ax has a value of 40. Remember, ax is our quotient, and the dx would be our remainder. So since there was no remainder, ax has a value of 40. So 80 divided by 2 is 40. That's just the second version of this. This is if we're working with 16-bit values, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just mess around with this for a bit. Let's say we did have a remainder. Let's create a remainder. So let's first close this here. Let's make ax have a value of 83, right? So let's hit emulate. Let's see what happens. So our first line of code here is highlighted, move into dx, the value of 0h. Let's hit single step. And as you can see, dx has a value of 0 now. Our second line of code is highlighted, move into ax, a value of 83. Remember, we're going to use 83 as the number we want to divide into. So once I hit single step, now ax has a value of 83 over here, as you can see. Our third line of code is highlighted, move into bx. Bx is our divisor, the value of 2. So I'm going to hit single step. Now bx has a value of 2. Now, again, this is our final line of code. This is the divide instruction, and it's dividing our divisor bx, which is a 16-bit register, and bx has a value of 2. So once I hit single step, now, remember, ax is our quotient, and dx is our divisor. As you can see here, ax has a value of 41 because 83 divided by 2 is 41, and it has a remainder of 1 down here, and dx holds our remainder. So that's pretty cool, right? Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys like this video, please give me a like. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'm Rasim from RasimTech.com, and thanks for watching.